Hi team, today we're going to run through our best practice tips for interviews. Choosing the right employee to hire is important for both your team and the company as a whole. You want to ensure that you follow New Zealand law as well as general good practice. It's important to remember that you're representing the company as a figurehead. Your impression of the interviewee is just as important as their impression of you, as ultimately hiring is a two-way street. Job recruitment is expensive and time-consuming, so it's important to get it right, as hiring decisions can have long-term consequences. Typically, managers use predictive selection to decide on who they want to hire. This selection relies on evaluating candidates' past performance, as well as considering present traits and capabilities to try and make predictions concerning person-job fit. We recommend combining this method with a constructivist perspective, which places more evidence on decisions that the candidate makes during the selection process. This perspective sees the hiring process as a series of social encounters during which an ongoing dialogue begins the formation of a psychological contract. A psychological contract consists of an implicit contract that reflects the two parties' expectations of one another. Psychological contracts play an important part in the interview process as they carry through into employment, and if violated or unfulfilled, then can reduce the employee's organisational commitment. The constructivist perspective considers selection as a mean of estimating person-team fit and person-organisation fit, which is crucial to consider. Integrating both perspectives helps to facilitate employee fit across all levels: job, team, and organisation. Company culture is key to our organisation, so we want to hire people that we think will be not only great for the job, but also fit into our culture. We always look forward to increasing our team of diverse and well-rounded members. It is important to make interviews valid, fair and equal. Interviews are most valid when they are structured. For example, if it's based on a series of standardised job-related questions. Research has shown that online interviews are not an equivalent to face-to-face interviews. Face-to-face interviews can offer a richer and more interactive environment for the candidate, giving them the best chance to show who they are and what they will offer to the position. If online interviews are your only option, then it's important that all interviewees are treated the same. This is because the process needs to be fair for all candidates. It is also important to consider that it may be tempting to hire those who are similar to yourself, but a diverse team means that we have a range of perspectives working on company tasks which can result in incredible solutions. Out of the box is a good thing. Finally, it's important to note that when informing candidates whether they've been accepted or rejected, it should be done promptly and to not leave them hanging. By leaving it on a good note, the company is represented in a good light and the candidate is free to make well-informed decisions about their next step. I will now pass on to Ashley, who will discuss New Zealand law.
Hi guys, it's important to follow New Zealand law when interviewing candidates. New Zealand law outlines basic rules on how to conduct an interview. There are certain things you can and can't do and questions you can't ask during the interview. You cannot ask questions that delve for information that is beyond what is relevant to the role. Employment law states that topics about the candidate's political views, age, relationship status, family and religion cannot be discussed in the interview. You also cannot ask about the current or former employer. You can't judge the candidate before the interview has taken place or discriminate the candidate in any way. Some of the do's and don'ts of interviews will be discussed next.
Before conducting the interview, make sure you take the time to read through the candidate's CV, cover letter and references so you are able to prepare the types of questions you will ask. This will allow you to understand the candidate better. Check the job description, as this will ensure you ask the right questions for the right role. This also gives the candidate an idea of what is expected of them in the role. Ensure you understand the company's mission and structure. This includes the benefits and perks of the positions you are hiring for, and come in with an open mind.
Hi Harshal, welcome
Hi.
to the company.
Thank you.
Come in and take a seat.
This over here?
Yes, please. Can I offer you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
So I'm Libby and I'm the recruiting manager for the company. My job is basically to screen candidates and select the right person for the role. And today we're hiring for our analytics team as our team's expanding, and we're just trying to find somebody that will really fit into our company culture and do a great job finding innovative solutions. So Hashel, I saw on your CV that you've been working for Bob the Builder Limited. That's really exciting. Are you able to tell us a little bit more about the role?
Start with personable questions which will discuss the candidate's CV and other interests. This will create a more welcoming vibe. Ask follow-up questions on what they have responded on. After that, go into the more technical questions. Interview with others, as this will help eliminate biasness.
And how do you think those skills from that job will transfer into our analytics team?
Throughout the interview, you should take notes. This will help you remember what the candidates are like, but it also puts a sense of pressure on the interviewee. This will allow you to see how they react. Ensure that you have a scaling system for when you ask questions. For example, are they poor, good, or excellent? This makes it easy to review your notes later and compare the other candidates. Make sure you always have a smile on your dial.
At the end of the interview, make sure to add some final closing questions. Are there any concerns that you would like to discuss with me?
Is there anything else that we did not discuss today during the interview that you feel should have been addressed?
Is that what you're wearing?
Not looking for a co-founder for this new business. Are you interested in the role? Very interested in the role. It'd be a really good step up for me. Shh.
How did your experience in that role build your team skills?
Yeah, I learned that aluminium nails are best for fences with wood, and they don't really work for, steel fences, but I think that's the best way to go.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what's the best time for dinner tonight?
Yeah, I was thinking you could actually use, on the hill we were building a fence, and then one day
Oh man, I'm dusty today. Oh crap, is the interview now?
I found that really screws are better for gates because it's actually easier to open for hinges.
Just gotta cut you off there. Sorry, I got a team meeting in 2 minutes. You'll have to go.
Thanks for watching our video. We hope you find it really informative.
Happy recruiting!